Now, the Watchtower's a theory that Jesus Christ returned invisibly in the year 1914 is dependent upon one thing it's dependent upon is the chronology that they use. Another thing it's dependent upon is I mean, if he's present, where is he present? Is he still in heaven? If he's still in heaven, then he's still present in heaven. He would have to be on the earth to actually be present. And if his invisible presence is on the earth, what is he doing? Jehovah's Witnesses say that they no longer are separating the sheep from the goats. In fact, a lot of Jehovah's Witnesses don't even know that the Watchtower says there's no guarantee for them, that they don't even know who the great crowd is actually going to be, that they're not the judge. So that should set you free right there. But let's take a look at the year 1914, what it's dependent upon. It's the chronology that the Watchtower Society uses is a mixture of secular history and Bible prophecy. Now, the Bible prophecy that they use in Daniel, the 9th chapter, verse 25, it says, "Know therefore and understand that from the going forth of the commandment to restore and build Jerusalem until Messiah the Prince shall be 7 weeks, and 62 weeks. The street shall be built again, and the wall, even in troublous times. And after 62 weeks shall Messiah be cut off, but not for himself." So the way to compute this, when this commandment went forth, you have to add up the weeks of years. These are weeks. Every day is a year. So it's 7 weeks times and 42 weeks, which is 49 weeks. And that would be 49 times 7. The problem is that the commandment to restore and build Jerusalem, the only way they could come out with what they have is to say that Nehemiah is the one that gave the commandment to restore and build Jerusalem. Now, if it wasn't Nehemiah, there is no way possible that you could come out with the year 1914. You might have to review this. I mean, if you're one of Jehovah's Witnesses, review it, study it again. But was Nehemiah the one that gave the commandment? Now, that's the question. Let's look at Isaiah, the 44th chapter, verse 26. Talking about Jehovah. He's the one that confirms the word of his servant and performeth the counsel of his messengers, that saith to Jerusalem, Thou shalt be inhabited, and to the cities of Judah, ye shall be built, and I will raise up the decayed places thereof. That saith to the deep, Be dry, and I will dry up the rivers. That saith of Cyrus, He is my shepherd, and shall perform all my pleasure. Even saying to Jerusalem, Thou shalt be built, and to the temple thy foundation shall be laid. So God tells you right here who gave the commandment to restore and to build Jerusalem. Cyrus is the one. He is my shepherd, and he shall perform all my pleasure, even saying to Jerusalem, Thou shalt be built. How plain is it? It's completely plain. But right before that, this is the part you need to take close note of. In verse 20, let's start with verse 24. Thus saith the Lord, Jehovah, thy Redeemer. He's the one that redeems you, not any man. Through his Son, Jesus Christ, they are the redeemers. He that formeth thee from the womb. Why should you be afraid of a man? Why should you be paying attention to a man? He formed you from the womb. Can any man do that? They're fools, man, to think they can do anything near what your Creator has done for you. Listen to Jehovah. I am the Lord Jehovah that maketh all things, that stretcheth forth the heavens alone. Not your man with me, alone I did it. That spreadeth abroad the earth by myself. Doesn't need the help of man. Listen to verse 25. That frustrateth the tokens of liars. 1914 is a lie. And he has frustrated that token they've given to you as if it was worth something. It's worth nothing. Why? Because now they used to say it was in one generation and it would come by 1975. And now they're saying, well, that one generation, that actually means 2 generations. They keep trying to stretch it out. They're frustrated, man. And God did that to them. He frustrated the tokens of the liars. That maketh diviners mad, that turneth wise men backward, that maketh their knowledge foolish. Anybody can see that. But confirmeth the word of his servant. It is Cyrus who is my shepherd, that shall perform all my pleasure, even saying to Jerusalem, thou shalt be built. It blows 1914 completely out of the water. You don't need secular history. Alone from the Bible, you can get the true chronology of the world. It's all included in there. You don't need to go to secular history. You want to find out how this is so? You read my website. It's called letswatch.com. I'll put it down below, and it's the Gentile times. When do they end? Without the secular history, it's real straight. And I'm not the first to say this. There's been people in the past that said this secular history is way off, almost 100 years off. So I'll put that down below. And this is very interesting, though, because this just proves it. Not Nehemiah. God said, you're wrong, you liars. Cyrus, that's my servant. That's my shepherd who performed that word of the commandment, to build Jerusalem. Again, know therefore, and understand that from the going forth of the commandment to restore and to build Jerusalem by Cyrus the Persian, that is, unto Messiah shall be 7 weeks and 62 weeks. And I'm not going to get into all the figuring out. You can find that on my website. You can find out what Jehovah's Witnesses' explanations are, and they've changed that also. The reason why the dividing of the 62 weeks from 7 weeks, that's a new thing they have pretty recently. And then in the last I don't know, 10, 15 years, something, they put something new on there about that. But anyway, that should help you to totally understand that 1914 is a false year. Okay, there's no reason why you have to believe that to be approved of God. They're directing you